Barry White. Next time I have sex into Candace's pussy. Like, what's his main song? The one with the snake episode on The Simpsons. Fuck, what is... Oh, yeah. Yeah, because the tone of my voice would make her pussy shake.
I don't know why. I
can't get enough of your love, babe.
Baby.
There's...
alcohol here?
Yeah.
Just one?
I drank all of them.
Fucker, Chuck.
This is my...
God damn it,
this
Chuck.
This is my 6th.
Have I had 6?
That's your 6th.
Sure about that, Chuck?
Well, no, I've had 7. Well, you weren't here.
I'm trying to incite you.
Why?
Because
I'm
you're an
already
angry man.
I'm already excited.
You're an angry man. All right. Are you ready to start the show?
There.
It's been going for a while now. I started it because I knew some shit was going to be said, and I liked it. So go ahead.
There's nothing more sexy than slither of a lady snake. Oh, man. Barry White, can you help? All right. Hello, my personal friends, my underlings. Welcome to the Chuck Stew Show. Once again, your cult leader, Chuck Stew. I am your host, Chuck Stew, and with me, as always, men know him by name. Women also know him by name. Men know him by his mind. Women know him by his dick size. Kids know to look up to him. Men try to beat his ass. It doesn't work. Women try to fuck him. That don't work because there's too much semen. Dr. Pearls, HB.
Good evening, and thank you for choosing a town that... Let me put it this way. Thank you for choosing a town that is smart enough to host the Chuck Stew Show, because this is the smartest show on the radio that you've never heard of. And I can dig that, sucker.
So we're actually going to take a break from politics tonight. Just for tonight, though. We are going to be discussing the traffic problem, and this is going out the radio waves to all of my Tucsonians about traffic, construction work, people driving, just the utter ridiculousness and the stupidity of other people driving. We're talking about, I know we don't try to target the elderly because that's our fan base. What did we say? It was 50 to 70? Yeah. But I'm just saying there is so much going on the road that gives you a headache here in Tucson. And Mr. Pearl's Houston book, my personal confidant and doctor, how many times a day do you get frustrated while driving? And just how ridiculous do you think it is living here in Tucson and driving?
Oh, it's every day, Chuck. Honestly, it's every single day. I see something that like appalls me as a driver. You know, I'm pretty young. I'll have to admit. You know, I haven't been driving for as long as some of our listeners have been. But let me tell you, man, it's just something about this town that just is horrible when it comes to driving and following the law and construction. It's just on the road. It's just a bad place to be. I'll just put it that way.
It is. Johnny Law won't get off your ass. I can say personally, every time I see a cop driving by my car, wherever it is I am in Tucson, going to wherever, that I feel like they're always going to give me shit, even though it's technically never happened to Chuck Stew, but it's not to say it's not ever going to happen for them to give me shit and give me a $400 ticket for something I didn't do or did not do with, I don't know, stickers on the fucking license plate or whatever. But, I mean, Dr. Pearls, do you feel that there is just way too much construction in Tucson when it comes to the roads? Because if it's not the roads of saying like, well, because we're seeing those things up on the billboard saying, oh, 1.67 billion are going somewhere, but it's not going to fix potholes. It's like, well, I mean, then what exactly are the construction workers doing? Because Doesn't seem like every street you have to get in different lanes or to the far left or far right lane to like get to go anywhere.
You know, honestly, I'm not sure. I think it's because the construction workers work on government contracts. So basically, they get paid by the day, honestly. So every single day they're working on this, they're still getting paid, you know, regardless of what work is being done. And I'm sure that they are honest people. You know, I'm not saying that they're liars or anything like that, but I can tell you that I've milked the system before. I've stayed at work longer than I needed to just because, you know, I wanted to get some extra cash. That's just how it is. That's how everyone is. And if the government is not actively, if the city officials are not actively monitoring this activity, then why shouldn't they? You know, honestly, you know, it just, the problem is as also as a citizen of this city, you know, I'm being fucked because I have to drive on these roads where they're not even doing their shit. Like I drive on the roads daily basis and there's nobody working on them. There's just nobody, no one there. No motherfuckers are on the fucking streets working on them like when they're supposed to. Like, I don't understand. Like, what are you doing? Like, where are you at? Are they on lunch? Are they on break? I don't get it. So that's my problem.
As you see on several different streets. And Mr. Pearl's Houston Book, I can't say this personally because I'm not from Tucson, but you are a Tucsonian. How do you believe that if there is a difference from when you were a child or adolescent to now, how has the construction work on the Tucson roads been? I mean, because you talk about like downtown, there was a few businesses that actually went bankrupt because they needed to put that little card thing in with the fucking what is that thing called? The fucking the train car they put downtown, like they put on the rail systems.
Yeah, the fucking trolley thing.
Trolley.
I don't even know what the streetcar. Fucking streetcar named Desire. That's what it's called. Yeah, you know what? Honestly, I didn't understand that project. I mean, they spent a couple years on it. I was very active in the area that they were working on it when they were.
How many millions of dollars?
Millions of dollars were spent. I don't even have the figure at this moment. But honestly, like it only goes to a certain area of the city where, sure, it may be heavily populated, but not that many people actually go there. So, this is not the type of city that needs a streetcar. It doesn't need it. Maybe if it went across the city, yeah. But no.
Fucking Phoenix.
Yeah, like, I mean, in Phoenix, they have the fucking rails that go across the city. In the cities like Portland, they have the fucking PDX shit that goes across the city. You don't need a car. In New York, obviously, they have the subways. That's the kind of shit you need. You need one that goes citywide, not just downtown, because you're just wasting your time. Like, if you want to go downtown, you're just going to either walk or you're going to drive to where you want to go and stay there. There's no reason to have a fucking streetcar. It's just a waste of fucking money. And, you know, we footed the bill. We footed the bill, Chuck. They took money out of your pocket for that fucking thing to go.
And I think that was utterly bullshit. How come we don't get even to be able to say what exactly that we get to put our money to when it comes to taxes? I'm not really understanding that. I'm siding with the, I actually got my brochure a few days ago, or yesterday, I got my brochure of it's time to vote again. I can either pick the Democrats, Republicans, or the Libertarians. I didn't know you could pick that. Oh, nobody here is running for independent. But, I mean, we're going to talk about our old buddy, John McCain, that he was on the we talked about him on the last program about white privilege because he's supposed to be representing us, but he's only at their 1/3 of the vote.
Fuck John McCain, honestly. I don't give a fuck. That guy's old. He doesn't represent the current status of this fucking state. So fuck him. He needs to just retire, go live on a ranch somewhere in fucking northern Arizona. I don't give a fuck. The thing is that, sure, you may vote, but I think what you should do is you should take our advice from a couple weeks ago and just write in Ronald Reagan as your fucking vote, and then that everything will be solved. You know, you're not going to fucking elect any of these fucking idiots that are fucking being elected right now. You just don't do it. Don't participate. Vote in Ronald Reagan, and that's it. You know, and then they're going to be confused and they won't know what the fuck to do, and it's a waste of a vote. And, you know, that's pretty much what you're doing by voting for anyone that's currently in the vote records right now. You're just throwing your vote away.
Thank you, Mr. Republican Senator John McCain. You made my personal doctor, Dr. Pearl's Houston Book, lose his faith in politics. Yeah. And did you see that thing in the news the other day? What was it, like Monday or Tuesday, that John McCain got some hacktivist group hacked into his phone and found out that he was setting up ISIS members to execute people? Like, did you read that news report?
I didn't read that news report, but that sounds kind of fake to me. I don't know about that.
He came out by saying on Twitter on the news outlet, on the mainstream quote unquote news outlets. I mean, if you think you're getting your news from there, then you need to take a second look, because Chuck Stew and only a few different people around the United States are actually giving you the real news. I wouldn't even tell you NPR is giving you the real news, but
fuck NPR. NPR is just a liberal bullshit. Basically a liberal fucking pile of fucking crap. That's all they are.
NPR, we're not trying to get on your case, but we are, because you keep spewing what my doctor said, Pearl's Houston book, you keep spreading your bullshit over all of our eyes. You're pulling the wool on our eyes, and you're really only, I mean, even though that you say on your website that you're unbiased news, I'm pretty sure taking a liberal stance means still, even if it's not like, Republican Nazism, it's still pretty fucking biased. But, that's just in Chuck Stew's opinion. And if you listen to the Chuck Stew Show, we just want to go ahead and give a shout out to John McCain. We don't know what's going on with this thing with ISIS, but we already found out earlier in the year that the fucking U.S. government was already backing ISIS. You heard about that? They were the ones that made it. So
I don't know, man. I think that's kind of that's shock news and shit. It's trying to get a reaction, get some comments on Facebook. You can't trust all those things. I don't believe that the government's corrupt and they're trying to kill us all, but I do believe that democracy does not work at this current point. The way that this country has evolved from the founding fathers, democracy does not work in the way that they intended, and we kind of need to just blow up the system. Honestly, we need to change it up.
Stateless society through anarchism. We'll be right back.
I thought we were talking about fucking construction. What the fuck? Buy the new Swans record, you piece of shit. Swans is the best band in the fucking world. This is Dr. Pearl's Houston book, you fucks. You heard that new Swan shit? It's good. Alright? Chuck Stew personally supports it. And you should fucking too, because you listen to his goddamn fucking show, you piece of fuck. Fuck you. This is shout out to Horse Teeth and her father and mother, Mr. and Mrs. Ed. You know what? Fuck y'all, because y'all treated my boy Chuck like shit, and it's bullshit. You know what I mean? We're supposed to go to the graveyard tonight and drink and fucking talk to spirits, but y'all didn't show up. So you know what? Fuck y'all. Fuck your big ass teeth. And I hope you go fucking raise some mares and shit. I don't even know what the fuck. God damn it.
Chuck Stew After Hours. Chuck Stew Live, and this is taped, pre-recorded. Listen, if you are one of those people that love to support the underground arts and you like to find and look up local artists to get into, well, look no further. Type in Sean C. Stuckey, S-E-A-N-C for the middle initial, S-T-U-C-K-I, on BarnesandNoble.com, eBay, Amazon, or CreateSpace.com. He has written 2 books. He is Arizona's #1 underground writer. He has written his first chapbook a few years ago called Cut My Sky Out, and the other one is The Circus of Pain, The Flailing Body Parts Poems. Go check that out and pick up one of either copy. Hello, my audience. Welcome back to Commercial Break. This is once again the Chuck Stew Show. Welcome to Controversy. We are the political talk show, but this week we are taking a little break from politics. We are talking about the traffic situation, the traffic problems that have been arising in Tucson for the last few years. It's just been so completely and utterly ridiculous that I went on some website called Sticker Pirate, Bumper Shit, I don't know, some website where I made my own bumper sticker, and it says "Stop the Overwork" with a little camera in the middle of it. I don't know if I talked about this on a different program. It says "Stop the Rampant Overwork in Tucson." I'm fighting against it because for every street corner, at least on the east side of town, there has been nothing but construction work. And it's gotten to the point where it's just so utterly ridiculous that it just makes me blow my top. Like, I have exploded the other day. 3 days ago, while I was driving around, I was trying to go get my coffee, trying to go do a little shopping before I go to work, and I just exploded because off of Camino Seco and Broadway, the light went out. I don't know what exactly was going on, but they were already trying to do something to the street with like a different side car that had a little blinker on the top of the truck that said "Go to the next lane." And I'm like, are these people serious? Why
why give Pearl's Houston book, the doctor, literally no reason to want to live in Tucson? Because Tucson, I'm sure other than Des Moines, Iowa, and the back alleys of Kentucky, is probably one of the worst cities to live in. My brother looked up some statistic on a website that says which are the best cities to live in and which are the worst. And Tucson was ranked one of the worst because of the traffic. The traffic was one of the biggest things. I just think it's so ridiculous that, it's just much better to take the bus or walk around, when to walk around to go somewhere takes forever to do, at least for me, for where I live on this side of town. And to take the bus, that's just stupid. A lot of those conservatives, excuse me, a lot of them are just trying to, just, see, I messed up right there. So just like the Stone Cold podcast, I owe everyone who listens to Hornsby, go ahead and pull me to the side if you see me at the airport, if you see me going somewhere. Say, oh, hey, that's Chuck Stew from the Chuck Stew program. You owe me a Hornsby. I'm going to say, all right, let's go get one. I owe everyone in a Hornsby. Anyways, because I stumbled on my words. Anyways, so it's just so ridiculous here in Tucson to be screaming about those kind of things. You can't use the bus system, and a lot of conservatives are saying you have to use the bus because of the carbon monoxide poisoning that's been going up into the atmosphere since the freaking 1920s, when the industrialization period happened. Look, if people in Congress or whoever is in charge of the stuff for the AC transit system, if it's that important to those people, then make it more convenient for us. It was just or some people say, oh, well, go ahead and just use the Uber app and, call up a taxi, or why don't you go ahead and call up Green Taxi, get around town. It's you know what, that's actually even, just as inconvenient as taking a bus, except because you still have to wait. I was going to say, except you don't have to wait. No, you still have to wait. And if you have the money to get a car and put down a down payment on it and drive that around, why not just do that? My ex, God rest her soul, she was, back when we first bought a car together a few years, 3 years ago, we went and bought a Toyota Prius from some construction worker for $4,400 and ended up throwing another $2,500 into it for repairs because it was over 10 years old. But really, when people say, oh, I'm going to go buy a Prius or some type of hybrid from some company, in order to make those, only because they have special batteries, only certain places that are car repair shops are able to actually work on them, and they have to put on those large suits where they don't get electrocuted from, tampering with it. You can't fix it yourself unless you have one of those suits, let alone look at it. I never even looked at my battery. But to make the batteries, they're taking minerals out of those mountains in Canada. So they depleted a mountain entirely, just like, what we're doing with the fossil fuels. Yet that's supposed to be the green option. That makes no sense to me. But it's just more liberal fascism bullshit. I'm sorry, that's what it is. Chuck Stew used to be a liberal. Now I'm nothing. I'm a freaking nihilist. But Chuck Stew is sick of the traffic problem. I'm sick of looking at police cars and being nervous when I see the police driving around. I'm sick of trying to get out, and there's way too many old people in Tucson. I'm sorry, because that's our target audience. It's just, please, if you're an avid listener to my show, take advice from me and Dr. Pearl's Houston book here. Please, if you're an old person, please drive the bus. If you're over 6 years old, please ride the bus, take a taxi, or don't leave home, your nursing home, because it is very annoying when I'm trying to drive around in public and go do my duties and whatnot. Or if I want to go see people, I got to go pick up Pearl's Houston book, or I got to go do some kind of errand or go see my parents. There's so many people that are over the age of 60 driving. They drive so slow. It's so ridiculous. And then we have the construction problem. Back when I used to work at the Red Cross, you had to take highway off of Palo Verde, and out on Palo Verde, somewhere over there where the gray bar is. It's somewhere over there. And there is a bridge that you have to take over this highway. And the entire time I was working there, for the 7 months I was working at that job, they were under construction. They're still under construction now. And there's one where you have to go off of Tucson Marketplace. There's construction. It's been there for like 2 years. I think when it comes to construction work, construction workers are just getting around the laws and just trying to keep their inflated budgets. That's what it is. If anyone's seen the movie Falling Down with Michael Douglas, that man was fucking right. They're just trying to keep their inflated budgets, and it's just completely bullshit to us for all the people who need to get around and need to go do things in Tucson and fucking do shit. But they just make it just so ridiculous. It's just mind-boggling. It makes your head want to explode while you're driving your car. Like you want to just take a shotgun and just blow it through the back of your head when you're driving. It's so annoying. It's so frustrating. It really is. There needs to be a stoppage of unneeded, rampant construction work in Tucson. Just for them, if the mayor is ever going to listen to this broadcast, just make it a little bit easier on your citizens that live here. Because there's nothing to do. It's fucking mediocrity at its best. The boredom is like at a 10 here. There's nothing to do. And when there is things to do, like I was trying to go downtown with Pearl Houston Beck to go see a frickin' show at the Cartel Lounge or wherever it is off of Broadway, we couldn't find any parking spaces. And it was a Wednesday night. Not Saturday night. Not Friday night. It was a Wednesday night. But no, I'm sure every time that Congress here, the local government or whoever with the vice mayor and the mayor and whoever, they just sit around and be like, oh, well, how can we fuck up Tucson and like, how can we make it worse? Like, because their slogan is, oh, we're Tucson, so everything's got to be ass backwards. If you want to go ahead and make a bumper sticker of that, put that on there. I mean, shit, I was planning on spending a lot of money to make all those Stop the Overwork stickers, and I was going to go up to every single sign that I said men working or construction in progress. Just some piles of, shit that's not, like, necessary, and just put the sticker on there and be like, look, I'm holding myself up for a revolution against you fuckers, against you pricks, because all you guys want to keep your $300,000 a year by doing fucking nothing. It's, okay, so people saying, oh, fix the potholes. Potholes are fixed. This shit needs to get done, or it's not getting done, or it's getting done, but it's taking fucking forever to do. Like, really, just... I'm so close to leaving. I really want to leave too. I don't like Tucson at all. I hate living here. It's so ridiculously frustrating. We'll be right back after this quick break.
You are my listeners. You are my underlings. You are my children. And I want you to all know through the eyes of Chuck Stew that things need to start happening in Tucson because I want to leave. Dr. Pearl's Houston Book wants to leave. I heard, or I actually saw on a billboard today when I was driving around, because today on Friday, Mr. Chuck Stew got his day off, that Tucson was voted the 5th worst poorest town in America. I didn't know that, but I guess looking around, it's like, oh, wait a minute. I guess this place looks like Des Moines, Iowa. I mean, just you look around here, except the cows ain't walking in the fucking road. But everybody who listens to the Chuck Stew Show, on behalf of Pearl's Houston Book, you need to write your congressman and tell them, stop the overwork. Stop rampant work. Fix the shit. Stop the fucking construction workers from them having fucking inflated budgets. Tell them, look, you're not obeying the law. It shouldn't take 2 years to build something. So you need to stop. Go write your congressman. Go tell John McCain, hey, look, quit filming fucking ISIS soldiers beheading people and go fix these roads. Like that's just what I'm saying. Like, Pearl's Houston Book, for your final thought, what is it that you want like our fans to do when it comes to this crisis?
I just want you to boycott all roads that are being worked on. Just don't go on them. Tell John McCain to suck a fucking thumb and go to hell and go fuck his mother. And, I just, like, God, I don't even understand, Probably lose my license for this, but shit. Fucking steal all the medications from his drawer and take them yourself. And fucking just let him die. Like, I don't care. Like, honestly, I don't give a fuck, really. Like, shit, he ain't doing shit for this country right now. He ain't doing shit for this state. Like, it's supposed to be his beloved state. He ain't doing shit for us. So, the thing is, I just feel like y'all should just boycott the roads. You know, tell them, send letters to the fucking Congress and tell them, hey, stop the rampant fucking overwork and stop cutting our fucking pay for your bullshit, like your fucking streetcars and your fucking construction. Like, it's nothing but ass juice, and we ain't fucking down with ass juice, you know? So, yeah, I mean, that's all I gotta say, really. It's bullshit.
Where do we begin with the problems with our country? Where do we begin? Because really, if you think about it, it's not just the roads. It's not just the construction workers telling you, oh, you got to drive left instead of driving forward. Oh, you got to drive right. Oh, you can't go through here. Men are at work. Really, it actually surpasses that. I think it's a problem with democracy. Because democracy, really, I mean, it's just problems where it's just our system is so unfixable that I think we just need to uproot, cause a real revolution. I mean, the Occupy movement didn't do it. We're going to have to do something even bigger than that. Chuck Stew is going to say, for my final thought as we're ending the Chuck Stew show, that if you want to be real patriotic, we're going to have to rise up against everyone in Forbes magazine and most of Congress and the president, and we'll have to slay them.
This is the Chuck Stew Show. Have a good night.
Oh my God, it's another one. There's two Satans? That doesn't make any sense.
They call me Dr. Cereal Girl. Hornbees running through my veins while I spit these writtens. Never kidding, bitch, I'm real insane. Asylum but my shit for the kids with a broken brain. Parents split my wig when they hear the words my brain contains. The girls, they love my swag, always mad cause I'm texting strange. Well, bitch, my shit is complicated. You'll never know cause I'll refrain. This one chick that I'm spitting to, she looking right, she acting true, but I can't lie, I'm holding back no Roddy Piper heart attack.
Bro, I'm a blown ridiculous with the bitch release on the Death Radio City Go Pro. I'm a blown ridiculous with the bitch release on Death City Radio Go Pro. I'm a blown ridiculous with the bitch release on the Death Radio City Go Pro. I'm a blown ridiculous with the bitch release on Death City Radio Go. Disobstruction, trapping MCs in the trap rap. Miracle Grower Records and I'm scary like the rap. Who the hard get off your channel? Yeah, videos are outdone. I'm wearing magnets while you still fucking plastic rap. Bad lock, cool, steady bad. Without the fall, I've turned the dial to 11 for the OF side. I wanna be Tyler, go ahead and throw the warp pipe. Die getting on the mud and channel screamer that shit on truck and place him on the locals manual. I'm Canyon, I'm Ken, Hoy's Chuck. Call me Mr. Swagger if you wanna play the blame game. Nuclear Armageddon by my motherfucker Dumo. Well done, no one's listening to Pilot Death Radio. Pros are reporting at Stark today. 10th of a bus with a bottom to say. And I'm bumping you shit by NWA. Listen, hell rhyming off that studio rent. So a poncho can't pay the bills, he been assume live in a tent. Every 50 bucks a future walk a flock and he be cheating ya. And Big Daddy Dragon Ball Z Krillin woulda killed Vegeta. I'm Aloe Build, I'd rather be a tarantula hawk by years I saw. Bro, I'm a blown ridiculous with the bitch release on the Death Radio City Go Pro. I'm a blown ridiculous with the bitch release on Death City Radio Go.
Yeah, you know, I frequent G. I like to pick up records now and then and listen to them in my car on my beta. And this bitch, you know, she was happy to see me the first 2 weeks, and then the third week she was acting like I was like Casper the Ghost. I wasn't there, and you know, it pissed me off. So I'm probably gonna go back there again, you know, ask her for a number. Yeah, the ladies, they don't like me too much because you know I intimidate them because I got a job and you know I bathe daily. I try to brush my teeth as best as I can, and ladies take a look at me and are like, oh shit, this dude's got like his life together. And you know, they just want scum. They want some dude to whoop, you know, just like to whip their ass like it's ancient Egypt or something like that. You know, get the whip out and smack their tits around with it. But I don't do that. You know, I can't think of anything else. He makes it look easy.
Hey, your model bitch got out of her cage.